What's going on, all you gamers? Today I'm going to be giving you a beginner's build for Thymesia that can really help you to tear through things, making the game a little bit easier and not having to worry about dying as much. If that sounds good, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back everyone. Today we're playing a little bit of Thymesia, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to give you a little build that's really helped me out. I was struggling with this game, I couldn't get the timings down. This build has helped me absolutely tear it up. And so far I'm not really having many troubles as such, so hopefully this will help you out and you'll all enjoy it as well. As always, if this content does help, a like would be super appreciated, and if you'd like to become a member of the channel for all the latest gaming content, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for now I'm going to give you a little bit of footage of what the build's about and showing you how you don't have to be quite as worrying about your health because you're able to maintain it quite well.
Stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. Look at the jams, look at the plane. Find the mob, pushing the train. I'll never stop, stick to the lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. And stand up and mess, you check as I'm chest, what's happening next? Got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11, 11, it's time for progression. You can try to play, but you never gonna beat me. The other way would be easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, go free me. People as sheep, both feet hurt it easy. Don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheme. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. They grab the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who can save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. We try to play, but you never gonna beat me. The other way, wanna do it ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Bloody hands break through the chains, so free me. People like sheep, both feet hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when it's evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. They grab the chains, you can say no, free me.
Right, so hopefully from that you can see that this build is a little bit more aggroed. You just go in, you tear things up. If you get hit, most times you're going to regen your health anyway. On the bosses you will have to play a little bit more tactically, but a lot of times this will get you through the general content, especially early game. Now, as you can see on the left hand side here, I'm level 12, I've got attack 28, the amount of wounds is 83, claw damage 200, health is quite high at 398, and that's because we're gonna be aiming for something a little bit later on that I want to go with my medium build, with my slightly more advanced build as I get into the game, so I'm gonna need a bit of health about myself, with the energy just at 150. So as you can see just here, this is how I've leveled up. Strength 5, Vitality 8, Plague 1. It would have been easier to show you this a little bit earlier, and we're on level 12. You can quite easily get here. If you need to farm the shards to upgrade yourself in order to get a little bit further, you can do it easily enough on the first level. This took me a couple of hours and I was absolutely awful at this game at the start. This build really helped me to come a long way. Now, to unlock talents, as you go up and you progress and you start using your points on your attributes, you're gonna get those talents every single time you add a point on. Obviously you start at level 1, so now we've got 11 points to put in. I would highly recommend going Saber Attacks level 2. This is just going to make it a lot easier to get that damage, do the wounds and such, because those tougher enemies really have some chunky health bars, and later on we'll go further down this tree once we're leveled up a little bit more. Then over from there you're going to be going on to your execution. This is going to be what keeps you alive during your general gameplay. Drop down, you've got healing execution level 1. After performing an execution, some health and energy will be restored based off of the level of the enemy, so the tougher enemies give you a lot more health back. And again, healing execution level 2 increases the amount of energy restored after successfully performing an execution. If you're going down this route, I'd highly recommend trying to get to the bottom one because it's well worth having, just to make sure you maintain your health as much as possible. Over from here, and we've got sharp weapons. Increases your saber attack damage, and underneath increase it even more. As you saw from the footage, we're mainly going in with our saber and then our claw effect. This is tearing things to pieces. Most standard enemies don't really stand a chance, and then it allows you for a little bit of flexibility later on, depending on what you want to do with your special moves and such. Just over from here, deflect, we have got none at the moment. We're very much going into that dodge aspect. Down from here with dodge, I would highly recommend make sure you get this, as being able to evade a bit further really helps you out, especially on those bosses. When they do that ultimate attack, it can be an absolute nightmare, so having this down early really makes things a bit easier. Next up, and we've got the claw. The claw, we do so much damage with our saber and claw attacks, it is unbelievable. And at late game, I think this is going to be quite a sight to behold. So we've got long claw level 2, pressing your RT again gives you another claw attack. This one increases its damage by 30%. We're comboing with double claw, then go into our saber, then double claw, saber, yada yada yada. If you want to be putting your plague attack in there as well, you very well can. And just down from here, give the enemy 1 stack of bleeding debuff when the second long claw landed. This basically means the wounds are going to stay on them, it's going to help you take their damage off, it's just going to make things a little bit easier. Now last but definitely not least, I'd highly recommend getting this at some point during your playthrough. Unless you're absolutely amazing at the game, it's just going to help you to stay alive, and that's your strategies. We've got Blessing level 1, when taking damage there is a 30% chance to reduce incoming damage by 10%. I get hit in this game. I would love to say I don't, but I do. I'm hoping to make it a bit better with the build once I get further on, but the moment the way I'm playing is quite in your face, quite offensively, just going in for the kills most times, then using your dodge with the extra step if you need to get out of there. Over here, Blessing level 2, when taking damage there is a 30% chance to reduce incoming damage by 20% now. And last but definitely not least is your first aid. This is going to be very game changing. As soon as you've got this, when taking lethal damage and Corvus has 1 or more potions left, it will be used automatically. Now it can only be triggered once, but you might as well think of this as an extra life. Basically you're going to pop your health potion, even if you would have died, it's going to give you your health back. It's going to make you fight for longer, it's going to make things a little bit easier, and all around you want to get this. If you're like me, like I said, I do take damage. Now once you've got all of these on, it's going to mean that you'll be able to play quite aggressively. You're going to go in, you're going to attack them. Once you do get that kill, your health is replenished. Not always fully, all depends how you've played, but trust me, it's going to make your life a whole bunch easier. For the potions, I have started off with the general potion. I have just got 1 in the upgrade, so we've now got 4 of them, and health recovery 200. Later on, further down the line, you'll probably be specking off of this and going into another potion. But for the moment, for a beginner's build, probably stick with this if you've invested anything in it, just because it's nice and easy and it's going to do the job that it's there for. Now for your plague weapons, it all depends what you've unlocked. This is completely up to you at this stage in the game. Obviously, if you wanted to invest a lot into one, pretty much like this here, you're going to have this at the start. You're going to be able to put a lot more unlocks into this, so if you did want to use it, then your hand axe is a very easy go-to option. It's still going to tear things to pieces, it really is, but like I said, you'll probably only be using it on the toughest enemies, so don't worry about it too much. And we haven't spec'd into too much of our plague yet, so we haven't got the highest attributes in that, meaning you can only use it once or twice. However, after that first boss, one thing I would recommend if you can, especially if you're struggling on any areas, probably chuck on Miasma. This one, even at base, is ridiculously good. It allows you to pretty much avoid any attacks, you get around things, it hits them at the start if you need a little escape. this is just a great one to use. It costs an absolute abundance of energy. You're pretty much only going to be able to use it once, but I'd say this is great for bosses and tough enemies whenever you do need to pop it. Well, you gamers, hopefully that's helped a few of you out. This is just a beginner one, and I am a beginner myself, so if I've missed anything out or you feel like I am lacking in some area, let me know in the comments. But so far I've been able to run through pretty much everything with this, and even late at night when I'm not playing how I should be and getting hit in the face a lot. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.